Finally, the camperJuke is hitting the road again. I'm heading east to Fife and Aberdeenshire. I thought I'd try to explain my setup in preparation for this trip. I love it. I don't think I've got much more to improve on, but I'm a fair weather camper. All my trips so far have pretty much been in the best weather. So this is the boot of my old style 2018 Juke. Excuse the 1980s duvet cover masquerading as a boot liner. It's done a great job in every car I've owned. This is just level 1 of the boot. Lift the duvet and the raised floor. There is more room for storage in level 2. I can't access this area easily once my bed is in, but could if it was an emergency. The storage box contains a tartan rug, wasp spray and a fleece, so I guess that means if I was freezing to death or under attack. The wellies came in handy once on a visit to Kilhern Castle. That's some bogfest if you want to get a decent photo, so it was great to have those in the boot. The grey bag contains some things to do with changing a tyre, but that's what I pay roadside assistance for, right? And here there's access to level 3 and the spare tyre. So the car has been hoovered. Storage box is in the front passenger footwell. It contains my iron brew, water, tissues, paper towels. The orange bag is my bin. The front seat is as far forward as it will go, both the seat itself and the seat back. So I removed the headrest so I can see out of that window when I'm driving. This is a kitchen swing bin without its lid. I store my window covers, basin and some board there when I'm not car camping. I've not actually used the basin yet. The bin sits between the front passenger and rear seats. The window covers and boards come out and the front seat headrest is going in the basin in the bin. This leaves plenty more room in the bin and around the bin for storage. The boards go on top of the bin and overlap onto the armrest between the front seats, and this supports the mattress. Put the back seats down first though. I use the larger of the split rear seats for the sleeping area. Pop the mattress on top. You can see it resting on the back of the folded down seat and on the armrest between the front seats. I tried taking the headrest off the back seat first, but it didn't lie any flatter, so now I just leave it on. And this is a view from the other side. I'll deviate briefly to explain the mattress. It was a freebie on Gumtree. I was a bit dubious about a second-hand mattress. It was advertised as a spare for a pull-out bed and rarely used. When I saw it, it was in pristine condition and complete with a cover, but the wee lady looked aghast when I said I was going to cut it up to fit the car. It wasn't foam and it needed a bit off the length and shaped down one side. So I cut into the lining, used clamps to hold the foam and material back, used snips to cut the springs to release the coils, and yeah, got scratched to bits in the process. Put the material back into place with hot glue and upholstery thread. And there we have one Juke fitting mattress. I didn't bother adjusting the mattress cover or my sheet, I just tucked them underneath instead. So back to the car. I keep my day bag and camera on the front passenger seat for easy access and move them into the rear at night. Around the base of the bin I keep my walking poles, trainers, a fleece jacket, a lightweight rain jacket and my camping stove. On this occasion I've also squeezed in an extra overnight bag as I'm staying with a friend for a couple of nights along the way. That area is now quite full, but there is still room in the bin if I needed it. This beanbag tray has been brilliant. I can use it at night like a bedside table, during the day to make lunch in the boot, or when sitting in the front. I've added some non-slip material as it's got quite a slippy surface. I keep the rear passenger seat clear. This is my way in at night. I get changed here before getting into bed. When driving, I fold the duvet in half and roll it up at the bottom, and that's just to keep it more contained. I keep a towel handy, another pair of shoes, and my gas canister for the stove. Always makes me a bit edgy, especially left in the car on a hot day, but window tints, some insulation foil and hiding it from direct sun, the canister has still felt cold or cool to touch. I'm not sure if there is a better way to store these. Please let me know in the comments if you have any ideas. The 2 grey storage tubs, well, there's actually 3, and they're labelled kitchen, personal and night. Kitchen and personal sit in the positions shown, kitchen for food and drink related items, personal for toiletries and clothing. The night box sits on the bed when driving. It contains everything I need when I go to bed, so a dividing curtain, a night light, head torch, batteries, nightwear, an emergency toilet, I'll spare you the details, and toilet roll, also a bug net. Once I'm in bed, I lift it off the bed onto the rear passenger seat and I have another bedside table. The beanbag tray sits on top of the other boxes in the boot and it helps to hold my rear window cover on. The light is just a battery powered LED light which is never on for long. The rear window cover has 5 disc magnets holding it on to about the only metal inside the car. There is none at the bottom, but the tray does a great job of holding the window cover on. The other side I have to tuck back in against the window now and again, which I can do with my feet, but sometimes the duvet can roll up a bit at the bottom and also help hold the cover there. The side windows are just insulating foil with black material glued on one side. These stay in place far better than the double-sided covers I used before. They were similar to what is currently on the back window. I can feel a little unwell if I don't have some fresh air at night, so I roll one window down very slightly, it doesn't need much, and pull the foil out a bit, and then I put the bug net on top, and that seems to work well for me. The dividing curtain is trickier to explain. On the handle above the passenger door, I've made a loop with a cable tie. On the other side, I lift the metal clip of the seatbelt up and I pull the belt up a little bit. I attach a spongy to that, slip the curtain onto the cord, run the cord and the curtain over the driver headrest to clip onto the cable tie at the passenger side. I fill in the gaps at the sides using magnets to hold the material onto the raised seatbelt clip at the driver's side and onto a little bit of metal around the window on the passenger side. The material is blackout material, but it wasn't available in the black colour at the time I bought this. This is something that I'm looking to change to black in the future. As a fair weather camper, I just pop the stove on the ground at the side of the car. I'm not really one for making proper meals when I'm on the road, but it is useful for heating, toasting, frying. See some more of my videos for ideas with the MG Toasty Maker. So I think that's it covered. For all the Juke is a small car, you can fit a lot into it. The back seats fold down to almost flat, but sadly the new style Juke seems to have the larger split rear seat on the driver's side. So I think I'll have to make this one last as long as I can. Check back soon to hear about my trip to the east and discover what might just be the best overnight stop in Aberdeenshire.